Show, where we interview real-life Supreme Court justices who tell us about their greatest cases. Hi, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. No problem, glad I could be here. So tell us about your case, Terry versus Ohio. So in the case of Terry versus Ohio, this was debated for a long time in court before a conclusion was reached. The whole case began with a stopping and a frisking of a man, Terry, and his cohorts outside of a convenience store. Terry made an indictment of the officer who frisked him on the grounds of improper searching, which caused the case to go to Supreme Court. What inspired this search? According to police, the men were acting suspicious, making moves that would suggest they planned to rob a store. The officer approached them and performed a search before interviewing them. So, before they were being followed by him, the plainclothes officer, after he noticed them acting suspiciously, stopping in front of stores, whispering to each other, patting their pockets and coats suspiciously. The officer stopped them outside of the convenience store that they were planning to rob and ordered them inside, whereupon they were searched and 2 guns were seized. Finding those concealed weapons, the officer arrested the man and his other cohort who had the other concealed weapons on the ground of carrying concealed weapons. So what made this case so controversial? Well, the accused thought this was in violation of the Fourth Amendment and that the officer assumed powers not even a magistrate would have. Technically, before this case was debated and finally decided upon, these sort of searches, stopping and randomly frisking without a warrant, were considered in violation of Fourth Amendment rights. So it's in my understanding at the time that these sort of frisks and searches were in violation to the Fourth Amendment rights? Yes, correct. Prior to my delegation on the case, this activity was in violation of Fourth Amendment rights, as I stated earlier. In order to reconcile this activity and allow these obviously dangerous men to be arrested, we had to amend the Fourth Amendment. Then, how was this case finally settled? Well, the case was argued and it was decided over a year of time. It was decided by a majority that stop and frisk in a situation where the suspects are engaging in suspicious activity is lawful. This would allow for safer and more immediate arrests. So the actual time period that this case was under consideration was December 10th, 1967 to December 12th, 1968. Interesting. So, what effects does this have on the law now? Well, so now, arrests and juries in cases like this go much, much faster. It's easier for officers to make arrests and keep the streets safe without having to waste time on obtaining a warrant if it's obvious that the suspects are behaving suspiciously or having malignant intents. Well, thank you for your insight. No problem. Well, thank you for watching Jury Show. Stay tuned for our next episode.